Oh man, what a new year! You know
Tell me about it.
You know what I did on my New Year's?
Yeah, what you do on your New Year's?
I was alone.
Really?
I was alone.
Oh.
So what I did,
Yeah?
I was at a bar alone, drinking my sorrows away.
Okay.
And I saw a mysterious fella came up.
Oh.
And he greeted me. I said, "Hey man, what's up?" He said, "Hello." British. I was like, "What the fuck?" I was like, "Oh my god, how interesting."
what's
So
up
I'm
with
chatting it up with him. "Oh, what's up, bloke? How you doing, mate?"
Yeah.
Weird, right?
Yeah.
And I said, "So what's going on? What do you have to do?" As midnight was approaching, he was like, "You want to see something, mate?" I go, "Really?"
Uh-oh.
And he takes out this little puppy.
Huh?
Little puppy in his pocket. I said, "You had a puppy in a pocket? How weird." I said, "Can I hold it?" He said, "Yeah, you can hold it." He said, "Of course you can hold it. Just be gentle with it. Gentle."
What? Gen 2?
That's right, kids. The start of
Whoa!
the year, we review Gen 2.
Yeah.
Gold, silver, and crystal.
Yeah.
All the Pokemon, all that and much, much more in this episode of the Bells and Whistles podcast. Run that intro. So Gen 2, what do you think about Gen 2, babe?
I only remember Gen 2 as like it's sad in my memory. It just feels like the DLC for Gen 1, doesn't it? It's just kind of like, yeah, this is what we got.
I remember it twofold. I remember it as a kid as an improvement on Gen 1, but still I feel like it really, Gold, Silver, Crystal was always like, just an expansion of Gen 1.
Yeah.
But I will maintain that I really want to say that Heart Gold and Soul Silver,
those are good games.
It's a top 3 Pokemon game for me.
Yeah, those are very
I
good
want to
games.
say that.
Yeah.
I want to say I believe that. So if that gets it anywhere, I think that's enough, and I think that's more than we can say about most
That's
games,
only
if you
fair.
will.
Yeah, I'd
if
say
you
that's
will.
only
We're
fair.
highlighting Pokédex and we're clicking off now.
Yeah,
so
click
let's
it off now.
Let's go through it, right?
Take it away.
So what
take
do you
it
got to
away
say
now.
about old Chikorita?
Chikorita, huh? Let me take a look.
Take
at
a
her.
look at her. She's got a pearl necklace and a ponytail.
Yeah, I'll give you a pearl.
I knew you guys. I laid that up for you. So Chikorita, playful, cute enough. I think I'd be disgusted if I saw this in real life. Is it slimy?
I do think it's a little slimy. Here's my thing.
Okay.
I think this is. I do think Chikorita is pretty cute.
It is cute.
It is so kind of.
Is this a part of the necklace or is this the ass?
That's its little tail.
This is the
It's shaking
cloaca?
a little tail. Yeah, that's
okay.
the little cloaca. I like what it is because it is kind of hard to be like, oh, what is that thing? And I like when Pokemon does that, when they're kind of like, oh, I don't even really know what that is.
Right.
But it's so, I just see it and all I can think of where it's going, and I get a little bummed.
So let's go about it.
Yeah.
I'll tell you this. I like Bayleaf.
I like I like Baywatch.
Bayleaf is cool.
Yes.
Bayleaf, these tumors are a little questionable, but I do like me this little sharp thing that she always swings around in the anime.
I think it's, yes, and that's what I keep thinking is that, the anime convinced us that this thing was cool.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and it is cool, but
it is cool.
It loses a lot of the kind of charm.
So Bayleaf is cool. I want you to lead the discussion on Meganium.
So just looking at it, right?
Sure.
It does make sense.
Yes.
But like the thing that we keep thinking about, right, is
penis.
Well, sure.
Penis.
But the thing that keeps coming back to me is that Chikorita's one thing is that it's a little guy with a leaf on its head.
Yep.
And then Bayleaf, it's like, oh, it gets a cooler, sharper leaf on its head.
Yeah.
And it's a little bigger, huh?
Yeah.
And then we get to Meganium.
Yep.
And it loses that. And it's like, oh, it's got a flower now. But just tracking wise, it just feels like it's lost something for me.
It lost something. I didn't realize that there was ever such hate for Meganium until my adult life.
Yeah.
I just never paid any attention to Meganium.
I think it's
will
just
never
boring.
in my life ever understand why anyone would ever choose Meganium. Is what I would say. Is what it is. I don't care about it.
Yeah.
But also, if you say like, but wait, isn't this kind of bad? Well, but sure, but why would you even look at it in the first place? It was my response.
Yeah. No, and I think that's probably the proper, healthy response to have to it. It just feels like a little bit of a runny nose.
It's a little bit of a booger.
Yeah.
Let's go on to Cyndaquil.
Cyndaquil, what a cutie.
Cyndaquil
what
always
a sweetheart.
He's a sweetheart, but again, talking about, you spoke a little bit about linear progression of Pokemon.
Yeah.
I love these little porcupine things.
Yes.
I think that's really fun and exciting. Still as an adult, I don't know what animal this is. I don't know what animal this is that has this shaped skull, but I'm willing to get past that. The thing that confuses me, it's not a thing because I will love Typhlosion in the end.
Yeah.
Is that how this thing becomes this thing?
Ooh, yeah.
I never quite get that.
Yeah, it's a bit of a jump, ain't it?
Cyndaquil, great name, by the way.
Yeah, Cyndaquil is a great name.
Yeah.
Chikorita is a fun name to say, but I don't really know what I'm supposed to take from
I like
it.
Chikorita. I wish they clearly were still coming into their form, the Pokemon Company. I wish that they made it Hispanic the whole way.
Yeah. No,
You know?
it's Chikorita and Chica Vasquez.
Chikorito. Chikirotamos.
Chikirotamos. I was going to say, yeah.
Exactly.
Chikirotan.
Yeah, conjugate the verb. Huh?
Yeah, exactly.
But Quilava is... I love Quilava.
I was going to say Quilava, an unsung hero of these games.
I like me some Quilava,
I like that.
It
used to have Flame Wheel, and I would
used to
imagine
have-
it.
yeah.
Well, yeah, but it used to be its own thing.
It would
flip into a little wheel and roll at you. I thought that was sick. I really did like that.
I really love me some Quilava, bro.
Yeah, I like that. It is a great middle to what it ends up becoming, which is Typhlosion.
Typhlosion's cool.
Yeah, Typhlosion's great.
Typhlosion's cool.
Typhlosion is great.
All you fucking whippersnappers out there, suck my ass, okay?
No,
Typhlosion's dope.
People like to hate on it now because it's got a bad kind of sprite in the
it's got a
normal
bad
game.
sprite.
But I don't know. There is something really cool about this mane that bursts out with fire. You know, this is what Pyroar kind of wishes it was, if you ask me. This kind of idea. It doesn't wish that it was a badger.
Yeah, I wish I was a badger. Yeah, that's exactly.
This is sick. I like this.
I wish Typhlosion was a better Pokemon.
Yeah, it's true.
But he's not, and that's okay. I wish I was a better husband. You know,
I wish I was a little bit taller.
Yeah, exactly.
I wish I was a baller.
So Typhlosion's great. Shut up if you're gonna. No Typhlosion slander.
Yeah, shout out to Typh.
Let's go on to one of the all-time greats.
Totodile.
Totodile.
Again, great name.
Totodile.
What a bundle of fun.
Just a fun little fucking guy.
This guy, you love this guy.
Nom.
Yeah, you love this guy. He's like the charming little fun kid you got at the birthday party.
He's hyped up on sugar.
He's
fun. He's gonna bite you, and you're gonna. It's like when somebody whose kid that you're not related to bites your hand.
Yeah.
And you have to be like, it's okay. Where's your parents? Yeah. That's what this is.
But he's great.
Absolutely.
We all love him for
it's
it.
fun. No,
Totodile is the peak one for me. And
Totodile's
has always kind of been my favorite of this gen.
But if you want to see someone get ruined real quick,
yeah, get rid of him.
Hey, let me tell you something. We're about to evolve this Pokemon. What do you want to do to him? Let's get him a diaper.
Is there a way that you could give him a toga? Something of a Fred Flintstone.
Yeah, something of a Fred Flintstone where maybe he can have a nip slip.
Yeah, exactly. No,
I don't like. I never.
Crocona's weird. It's such a weird move from them.
I like what they're trying to do.
It's supposed to look like him coming out of an egg.
It's supposed to look like him being come out. I know they're trying to make him look sort of primitive, and raw,
I
and
guess
stuff,
so.
rough around the edges, which I can appreciate. But there's something about what I'm doing right now, kids, is I'm covering the bottom half.
Yeah, and I'd be like, okay, sure.
Okay, that's cool. The bottom half is not good.
It doesn't look good at all. Also, just looking at this one piece of artwork on him, that little thing on his tail, that's bound to fall off.
Yeah,
that's like he's balancing a little domino
This means
on there.
this means he's ready to mate.
Yeah.
Let's go on to the next one.
Yeah, I don't want to look at him anymore.
Feraligatr, huh?
Feraligatr.
How do you feel about Feraligatr?
Feraligatr, I used to really love.
Me
but
too.
I feel like there's something that just with time he's lost a bit. I don't know if it's like now he's got bad posture or there's something about like how long his arms are. I don't know if I want him beefier or scarier.
I think over time.
Yeah.
I think over time, by one way or another, I think when you look at him in the game, he looks cooler. Just
Yeah,
like in the old school like gold, silver crystal sprites.
Yeah, it used to be.
There's something
scarier.
that, and I think now over time, I don't know how or why they made these changes. I think his eyes have deadened.
Okay.
He looks dead in the eyes.
Yeah,
All of a sudden, where I feel like he used to have more personality in his eyes.
Yeah.
And Game Freak, for the Pokemon Company, have for whatever reason, they've resigned to this posture.
Yeah.
And I don't know if they think it's because, like, alligators and crocodiles do that in the water. They float like this.
Uh-huh.
It's the wrong choice, dude.
Yeah.
Have him fucking be ready to fight. This
Yeah.
is stupid. He looks like he's sleeping. He looks like he's in a catatonic state.
Yeah, he's not,
And-
it's not there.
And it looks flat and stupid.
Can I also say, as my frustrations are now kind of coming more clear with with time,
Yeah.
Totodile has a different mouth shape than the others do.
Yeah.
And you end up thinking that he's going to look more like a crocodile than he actually does. You know, like Skeledirge looks like a crocodile.
Yeah.
And that's what I always kind of, as a young man, had hoped for this little guy.
Yeah, this thing it's much closer to a caiman.
Uh-huh. Cayman. First name Cayman, last name Cider.
What? What the fuck is that?
No, you say it out loud.
Came inside her. Oh, I get it.
Yeah.
Came inside her. Kids, look that up.
It's not good.
All right, here we're gonna go to Sentret.
Ew.
There's something so gross about Sentret, dude. There's something that, all right, you know what? I'm kind of looking at him now. I think it's kind of funny. Look at him. He's like, fight the patriarchy. I'm
Give
just
him a
now
little
seeing it for the
poster
first
board.
time. Fight the power. All right, I'm in on Sentret.
Whenever I see Sentret, I want to go to his little tummy and go like this.
Boop. Boo.
No, Sentret.
Free Palestine. You know?
Maybe it's just because they have him doing that.
Yeah, absolutely.
I was always excited about where Sentret would go. This was a good generation of like weird guys that you're not quite sure what that is. Like, is that a squirrel?
There's so many like
What is
weird
it?
evolution
Yeah.
pivots. Like it's so
And
weird
then
that
it turns
this thing
it turns into like just the most normal fucking thing. Like
it's
I
really,
don't like this.
It really should almost go the other way.
Yeah, don't you think?
It should almost go the other way.
Yeah.
This was the beginning of me like being like,
What?
I hope they don't do this every year.
Yeah.
So I don't even want to say, I don't want to dignify it anything. I think it's
No,
cute
Furret
enough.
is fine.
I like the animation where he comes out of the Pokeball and he goes into a little circle.
Yeah, no, that's cute. Like talking about this is like a good Pokemon that you
Why
like
does
you know
anybody
your like
ever have
mom
this?
would have like as a have around the house. It's a nice little thing. It's
My
just
mom would kill this.
milk toast, man.
My mom would catch this on a glue
No,
trap.
your mom. What kind of Pokemon do you think your mom would have?
My mom would be alone. My mother would be alone.
Hoot hoot.
Now,
Or Ho-Ho.
ho, 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 ho. Hoot Hoot is really fun.
Hoot Hoot. Not bad. Not
know,
bad game freak.
So just everybody knows all these Pokemon. I know on our LGBTQ, the gayest Pokemon list that we did,
yeah.
Noctowl made the list.
Noctowl did make the list.
We really should have said Hoot Hoot. If you ask me.
This is baby gay.
This is baby gay.
He's figured himself out.
I think Hoot Hoot is super duper fun. I like how he's a perfect circle and he's got
Yes.
like little time owl glasses. And
Yes.
he goes Hoot. My one note that I'll never understand is the one leg becoming two thing.
Yeah. So let's take a look at it, huh?
Take a look, huh?
I always thought it was two legs that were just very close together.
No.
But it's not. It is one leg.
It's
and
one
he's just
leg
got
and
the
he
other one up
stuffs
there, huh?
up his asshole.
Yeah.
I don't like it.
I don't like that one bit, but
No.
I do think it's kind of funny that he looks like a chicken wing. I like Hoot Hoot. It is one of my favorite of
The first
regional
birds. Absolutely
yeah,
is. And
because he also does something a little different, don't you
And
think?
if you're being straight up with the regional birds, dude, like
Yeah.
it's one thing you're gonna pick your Talonflames, you're gonna pick your Corviknights.
Yeah.
You gotta include a Noctowl, baby.
Noctowl is
You gotta
Noctowl
include a
is fun.
Noctowl.
I wish with all my might that it was
Psychic.
that it was something. Yeah, that it was psychic. That
Psychic
it had a little
flying.
something stronger about it.
Yeah, I wish it was a better Pokemon for
It's
sure.
This is a weird generation of them kind of knocking it out of the park with the babies
Yeah.
and then kind of losing steam with the evolved
I
form.
think it's because they thought that they were never gonna make a game again.
Yeah.
But I like this eyebrow. It's
Yeah,
the-
that is fun.
I'll say this is one of the best eyebrows in Pokemon history.
it is. It really is.
And I like
That
how in the anime-
and Darmanitan.
There you go. Now you're talking. But I like how in the
Tier
anime
list.
he's shiny. I like that too.
I do like that.
Ladybug. I'm not a big starter bug
Yeah,
Pokemon type.
yeah.
Ladybug is always hilarious.
Ladybug is so funny, dude.
It's
Ladybug,
always hilarious.
Get that little guy. Get that.
That's what he looks like. He sounds like.
Get him to a baseball game. He's gonna be out there.
Let's go Yankees.
Yeah, he's gonna have a little thing of peanuts in each hand and handing them out. Can't you just see him with like a little visor? He's got a little.
He's got a
the
foam
little-
finger.
the little-
Yeah, of course I see it.
Yeah, I like this little
Yeah,
guy.
let's go team. Let's go.
He's the last pick, man. And then so like, okay, quick aside. Cut away from the double screen.
Yeah.
I want a solo.
Yeah.
I know there are so many times where I advocate for taking a goofy young Pokemon
Yeah.
and making him cool.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
I think that's the choice 95% of the time.
It's true.
That is what I prefer.
Yeah.
This is an occasion
This didn't work out.
where you take a goofy, hilarious, perfectly goofy, funny guy and you try and make him cool. Didn't work for me.
No, come
Doesn't
on.
work, bro. Ladian doesn't work. I'm sorry.
is kind of notorious at being just the lamest.
It don't
duck.
work.
It's so sad, and nothing about it works.
They beefed up. I didn't even realize he was a special
He's
defense.
a special defense Pokemon.
What a dumb thing.
It's very strange. It does scream out that there's one more coming, doesn't it? It just feels
You
like
would've hoped,
Yeah,
right?
you just feel like, okay, maybe this is like the middle stage, and then okay,
would've
maybe it
hoped.
turns into something.
You would have hoped.
But no, it's not that.
I don't like Ledian.
Get him out of there.
Blech
Let's
Ian.
not look at him anymore.
Nope. Next. Who do we got next?
Ledian Spinarak.
I have, as a kid, I was always annoyed by Spinarak.
Yeah.
But I've come to appreciate it.
Yeah, I think it's kind of fun.
Can I tell you what I appreciate?
What do you appreciate?
I like this little silly face.
I like the little face. I like that.
Put me down.
Because what if how would you feel? You're a predator. You're about to eat this spider, and then you see this face. You say, "All right, I'll pass."
It is kind of funny to think like this is like, in real life the animals adapt this kind of thing to scare off predators,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, yeah.
And like it's this little guy drops down and you're like, oh. Were you all right?
You
What's
all right,
going on
bud?
with you,
What's going
man?
on?
Yeah. Spinarak is a fun idea, fun
Yeah.
design.
It's true.
I don't hate
I
Ariados
like I
either.
like Ariados plenty.
Yeah.
Doesn't he also have a face on his butt?
I think he does.
Let us know in the comments
Yeah,
if
I
Ariados
think he
has a
does.
face
I'm
on
sure
his
he
butt.
does, actually.
Yeah.
There's not much to him. I remember seeing
like
it the
him.
first time and thinking this was like pretty scary and kind of cool.
I think it's cool, but then
Yeah.
you realize you're like, oh, this is a bad Pokemon. Isn't
It
it?
doesn't really do anything. It's very slow. I don't
Yeah.
really get why it's so slow, but
Yeah,
it's
he's a big
it's,
fatso. I wish they made him better.
I never really understood why the legs bopped
These two-
to his back.
yeah,
Like, I don't know what he's getting out of that.
I think
Maybe
it's
you guys know.
cool.
It's a fun idea. I just don't know why he's doing it.
I don't know. I think it has something to do with the face on his ass. Again,
Okay.
but we're not going to
Yeah,
look into
we're not
that
gonna-
today.
we're
We'll
not
save
gonna
that for next week.
Yeah, exactly. Crobat. This is. I mean, it's crazy that that this was needed to be added because it's so good.
Crobat is one of my favorite flying types.
Yeah.
ever. If you put me in a foxhole and you say you pick a flying type, you have 2 seconds.
Yeah.
It needs to be a flying type. Give me the Zubat. Give me the Zubat.
Yeah.
I'll figure it out.
Yeah.
You figure it out. It can fit on almost every fucking team.
It's very good.
It can fit on. It can do whatever you need it to do.
And there aren't a lot of poison flying.
No,
it really is
no.
kind of a unique type to this line.
And
I'm
it'd be
pretty
one
sure.
thing if he was just like this wispy, speedy thing.
Yeah, yeah.
He's got a real respectable attack.
He's
stat.
got some good.
He's got some real respectable. He's
got some good
535 base.
utility, and for a long time, this was one of the fastest things you could get.
Mm-hmm.
I have lots of fond memories for it. I think it's really fun. He's got 4 wings. I think that's great.
I love it.
I think it's kind of fun how angry he is. Like, what's he so upset
That's
about?
why I felt close to him.
Yeah,
as a
you
kid.
were as a child. You were
Yeah.
like, okay.
I like these 2 little stubby legs.
I like the idea of him putting on a sock.
Yeah. How would Crobat wear pants?
There you go. That's a good. Hey, someone write that up.
Yeah.
Who we got next? Chin Chow.
Chin Chow.
Chin Chow makes me laugh.
I know he is fun, isn't he?
Chin Chow makes me laugh.
Yeah, I know. I think it's a fun idea. I think it's funny that he's got those little cross,
Now, can I
pupils.
ask, are these testicles or sperm cells, or are they, are they
wouldn't it be-
antenna?
They're supposed to be antennae, or but of course, why can't they all be both? those?
They might be ovaries.
How cool would it be if your testicles glue?
My testicles look an awful lot like this. They look just like this. They go down my pant legs. And they glow in the dark as well. Here, let's go to the next one.
Have you ever seen... Here, go on the lantern. I'm going to say your piece on that.
It confuses me. I don't know fish evolution well. It will always confuse me how this little disc of a fella with cross eyes can become this full-grown fish. This full-grown fish, and the antennas become these little things. I never was a huge fan of Lantern because he's so fat.
Here, I just want to show you. This is what you've conjured up. This... You ever see this?
Yeah, I gotta put this on screen.
Yeah, put that.
Yeah,
I know you don't want to, but it is fun.
Send that to me right now.
I'll send this to you.
I never liked the look of Lantern. Really, I
don't like Lantern. Again, I keep saying it. This generation, they knock it out of the park with the babies, and then you get this expectation, and then I think they don't know what to do with it.
I didn't realize that Lantern had such a low base stat total.
Yeah,
460 or whatever he is. But
no, I Lantern is not great.
No.
I think it was a cool type.
I like a water electric type, man.
Yeah,
I
I think it was a cool idea. But I do. Chin Chow seems like the kind of thing that needed to turn into something really scary or cool.
I agree.
Something.
Pichu. I think this is a damn near perfect execution.
Yeah.
Of sell all the capitalism aside.
You've won.
Capitalism aside, take my money. Pichu is adorable.
Yeah, Pichu is great.
It is perfect. I wish you could. My one thing is give every Pokemon a baby. Baby. Give every single Pokemon. Go full fucking Digimon.
Yeah, no, I
give
agree.
Every Pokemon line 3 stages, bro.
I totally agree.
Give everybody a little fucking baby.
I think it's totally worth it because look how they clearly knocked it out of the park with Pichu in the sense that you have to think the expectation, the precedent that was set with Pikachu, what they had riding on this.
Yeah.
It had to be spot on.
Yep.
And it does. I think more people think about Pichu than they do Raichu.
Totally agree.
Yeah.
Totally agree. Raichu kind of sucks in the game.
Yeah.
Moving on.
Pichu. I think he's a little cutie.
He's a little cutie pie. Who do we got next? Cleffa.
Oh, little cutie. Oh my God. I forget this is the baby generation.
I always forget it's the baby generation.
Yeah, I like Cleffa.
I like Cleffa plenty.
This isn't what I typically, go for this line.
It's cute. I will always skip this Pokemon.
I do think it's kind of funny he's got these earmuffs, eh? What's he trying to not listen to?
These are the tip of this is the only time I'm scrolling down. These are the tips of these things. They shrink as they age.
Oh, a little shrinkage.
Little shrinkage. These little horns. These little, Anyways, I'm over this
kinda
Pokemon
funny.
already,
Yeah,
unfortunately.
clever.
Igglybuff, same idea.
Igglybuff.
Igglytuff,
these are kind of sickeningly cute, aren't they?
They are. I wish that they would just leave this behind in terms of the fairy type.
Yeah.
I wish they would just let this be great.
Yeah.
And fucking just proceed.
Yeah.
You have Clefable and all the tough line.
Yeah.
Fucking do something else with the fairy stuff.
Yeah.
That's why I love Tinkaton so much.
No, because it's new. It's
that's why I love Grimmsnarl so much.
Yeah. No.
This.
All of them are the same.
Yeah.
It's kind of upsetting, especially because Clefable is actually a pretty good Pokemon, all things considered. And so this one is just Clefable light, and it's sort of sad how it turns out. Because I like Jigglypuff a lot.
Yeah, I like Jigglypuff a lot. You'll find in Next Generation what my opinions on Wigglytuff are.
Oh,
that's what I'll come out and say.
Stay tuned. I'll see you next year.
I'll see you in 2026. And then of course Togepi.
What a
all-time
classic!
greats.
What a classic, huh?
Perfect execution in the anime.
Perfect
fucking
lots of
execution
fun.
in the anime.
Who would have thought that they needed a little thing like that, right?
I don't know.
I don't know what genius they had, but God, every story now could use a little baby that just fucks shit up.
That's what I'm saying.
Right?
A little silly whiny baby.
Yeah.
That you just hold around sometimes.
Yeah, and
he's half egg.
He's half egg. How great! And remember, he'd
Take my
do
credit card.
metronome, and then just whatever they wanted to happen would happen. I thought it was great. No,
it's an
was
adorable
so fun.
fucking the baby. I take back what I said. This is the best baby type.
This is the best baby type.
The best baby.
Togepi.
International Baby Day coming to a theater near you.
International Baby Day.
Now this back in the day,
What a weirdo, huh?
was a weird Pokemon that I didn't care about.
Yeah.
But I am so glad that the gods
The gods
gave
above
us Togekiss.
Yeah.
No, I'm not a Togekiss stan.
No,
We're
I
obviously not
like
gonna-
Togekiss a lot.
I like Togekiss a lot. I'm glad they did him a little too rotund for me.
Well, it is kind of like where did either of these come from?
I
You
don't
know?
know.
I do think that it is kind of fun that like this does seem like an idea that we would come up with, where it's like, okay, it's a Pokemon. It's in an egg,
Yeah.
right? And you're waiting for this whole time for it to get out of that eggshell.
Right.
And it turns out it really just is the egg.
The egg is part of his body.
Yeah.
The egg, he came out of the egg. His egg was there.
Yeah. No,
Yeah,
like-
I don't know. Listen. I don't like anything that has this shape of bottom. That's just a general idea for me.
Uh-huh.
I
Keep
don't
that
want.
in mind.
I don't want this. I don't want the lump.
Like lady.
This is what, ladies.
Yeah, no.
I don't want this lump here.
Yeah, sure.
And also, we would be remiss to not talk about how this was originally not a fairy type.
Yeah.
Right.
What a weird thing. Huh?
It's super weird to think that this sucked when it was just a normal type.
Yeah.
Can we say that?
Yeah, no, nobody would want to use
Yeah.
that.
Anyways, all right.
Normal
proceed.
type flying.
Yep.
Huh? Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
I was gearing up to shit on this Pokemon.
Yeah.
But again, this is similar to Sentret.
Yeah,
It just made me laugh just now.
yeah. Look at its
Meep.
look at its big, realistically shaped eye.
Meep.
They never did anything like that.
And I just like how his mouth, like I would pay $1,000 to see one of these things eat, because the mouth, there's zero evidence of it being able to open at all.
Yeah, no, it's great.
Does the
man.
mouth open sideways, or is his mouth deep in here?
Yeah.
You know, does it open just like this is bizarre.
I think it's so. Look, you know me. I am a sucker for anything that's small that has one little thing coming out of its head.
I know you are.
And Natu is so that. It's just so funny.
I
love this little guy.
I wish they called him
Matt,
Meep.
what if he gets a little haircut? You know, what's he gonna look like? A
And
bowling
then,
ball? Throw him
and then
down.
again, they took it too serious. Look at this.
You know, I having seen all the things that come before it,
Right.
at least I think that they kind of went and took a stab at something.
Right.
I'd be a little sad if it just turned into a big green bird, which like if you're looking at the kind of batting average they'd had, it could have very likely been that.
I understand all of this. To me, my biggest thing with Xatu is he looks like he's in pain.
Yeah.
He looks like he has carpal tunnel rigor mortis.
No, he got what is it, like scoliosis fixed? He's got some, you know. He's got some metallic bolts in his back.
That's right. Yeah,
Yeah,
it
he's
looks like
gotta
he's
stay
got a
up
fucking
straight.
bolt in his
Yeah,
neck.
he's got to stand up straight.
He looks like he's in pain. It makes me uncomfortable.
I do like his long ponytail.
I actually don't like that. I actually don't like that. The only thing I like about him is his stats. I like this big, beefy special attack.
Yeah.
I like he's fast. and,
Natu
you know.
Zatu. Natu Sabe.
Now we're talking my language.
Yeah, Mareep.
I like this feller.
Yeah, I like
these.
this
I've
guy.
always liked these little ear horns. I've always liked it. I've been on record saying it. This is really great
Yeah,
for me.
this is a great
Mareep.
Pokemon.
Mareep.
This is a great, like, kind of all the way
I like
through. I
this.
think 3-stage.
I'll come out and say, I really fuck with this.
Yes,
Flaffy.
Flaffy.
The extra A, I'm just gonna accept whatever.
It's kind of fun.
Again, I know I'm being the buzzkill.
Yeah, you're gonna say why is it pink?
Can you give me like one theory as to why he's pink?
I don't really. I'm sure somebody knows. I think it's kind
Is
of
he
interesting that
inflamed?
it
Does he have a
starts.
rash?
He starts with blue. I mean, we just don't see much.
But there's a yellow tinge.
Yeah, on the wool.
Yeah, I'm
and so
cool with
this
that.
does feel a little goofy, don't it?
It's confusing to me.
Is there
it
something to
'cause
do
he's
with
been
the
shorn?
pearl? Is it something to do with the pearl?
I think
on
it's
it?
that he's been shorn.
Yeah, maybe he's been shorn.
And if that's the case,
yeah,
how fucking gross is that?
Yeah.
That this is just his pasty pink skin. Do you know?
I don't know. I always thought Flaffy was pretty cute.
I think he's cute. I'm
Yeah.
picking nits for sure, but it's like
Yes.
whatever. But I really like me Ampharos.
Ampharos is great. I do fail to see the sheep.
It's
I know
more
it's become like
giraffe.
a ram.
It's
like
a giraffe ram.
Yeah.
Just giramfraff.
Giraffe.
Ramfraff.
I do like Ampharos.
I like
though.
Ampharos. There's something confusing, but I'm willing to accept this one.
Yeah.
There's
yeah.
plenty that I'm not willing to accept.
And you know, the people in the audience, the commenters have already commented about how it's a play on the name, the book, Do Androids Dream of Electric Sheep? a classic in science fiction, which is perhaps not all that interesting to you, but that is the inspiration for this line.
But he's a giraffe.
Well, this one isn't, but the other two.
He is a giraffe.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, do androids dream of electric sheeps that turn into giraffes? Yeah, sure. I like Ampharos. Yeah.
How can we get that into the algorithm?
Hey, do you like that?
I like Ampharos. I've run Ampharos before.
Yeah, it's a fun one.
And I really like that they gave, as goofy as his Mega is, I like that they gave him the Dragon type. I think that's really fun. Yeah, and he's a good Pokemon. What are you gonna do? Moving on. What do you feel? I appreciate this creativity, but again, it is a Pokemon that I will say, why'd you make it?
Why'd you make it? And also, where is this coming from? It doesn't
Who
look
asked
at
for
all like it doesn't look at all like the line that it's part of.
I think it's because everybody was like, yo, Gloom is so fucking hideous. Gloom is disgusting.
Yeah.
With that jizz coming out of her mouth. Can we do something that's like a little more palatable? This is a family show.
Yeah. Can we fix this up a bit?
I think Blossom is cute. I think it's a creative design. Doesn't make too much sense.
I think Blossom
Could've
is
skipped it.
cute. To me, personally, my theory about this is that they wanted to have Blossom be the beginning of a new line of Pokemon and then ran out of time to make something that it evolves into. And they were just like, okay, slap that at the end of Gloom.
Okay.
It really does not feel at all like where it comes from. And it looks like a baby to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like we're giving Blossom too much airtime. If you ask
Get
me.
out of here,
Anyways,
Blossom.
Who do we got next? Meryl. Now we're cooking with grease.
Yeah, Meryl is fun. Meryl is a fun Pokemon. Pika-Blue.
Pika-Blue.
Pika-Blue, baby.
Pika-Blue, baby. I like Meryl. I think Meryl is fun. I really could not have cared less about this Pokemon until the fairy type. And I really could not have cared less about this Pokemon until Huge Power Azumarill.
Yeah.
Thing.
Huge Power Azumarill is... look, Azumarill is a great Pokemon. There were times where this was everywhere.
Yep.
It seems kind of funny to look at now because it has kind of been, it's not nearly as powerful as it used to be.
Right.
But it is a good Pokemon. And I like that it's this funny little buoyant rat, huh? It's
Yeah,
like just
again, but it's
flopping around,
Gen
huh?
2 really went crazy with the Pokemon changing species.
Yeah.
One of our all-time clips was this little circle becoming this mouse, becoming this rabbit.
Yeah. No, it's true.
I never got it.
It doesn't make a lick of sense, but I do like...
And he's
I like
also
that
part egg.
He's also part Easter egg, ain't he?
Yeah, but I kind of like that.
Yeah, he's fun. I do like him.
I like Azumarill. All right, let's proceed.
I've run Azumarill plenty of times.
I'm running Azumarill right now. I picked up the game. I've almost beaten the game.
Oh, have you now? Yeah. Merry Christmas.
I'm not thrilled with my team. I had a lot of regrets. We'll talk about that on a later
Let's
episode.
talk later.
Let me know if you want to hear about that.
Yeah.
On our Patreon, on our what's it called? On our Discord call. You have to
Yeah,
become a
our
member
Discord.
to know
You have to
why
do
I'm not
that.
thrilled
Let
with my
us know.
team.
Yes. Here I am. I'll
Rock
say
me
it.
like a hurricane.
Sudowoodo. I think that's really fun. I think this is a very funny Pokemon.
I think. Do you think that's a brave take?
No, I don't think it's a brave take, but I wanted to say it anyway.
I think
I have to be
Sudowoodo.
brave all the time.
That's my bad. I think Sudowoodo is awesome. I think he's super fun. I think the lore of Sudowoodo is super creative.
Yeah.
I think he's really funny. How he's like. He's like, this isn't weird. He's like, you can't see me. And you're like, yeah, dude, I can for sure see you. He's like, no, you're not.
I'm a tree.
I'm not going to move.
I'm a tree. Why are you made out of rock? I'm a tree.
Shut up.
Yeah, shut up, man.
And I know someone in the comments has already commented he's based on like a petrified bonsai tree.
Yeah, sure. But I so prefer it to be this big rock penis that, that picked up a couple of peas and said, I'd like to be a tree one day.
Somebody needs to sit him down. Buddy, you can't.
It's never gonna happen. No.
We
People
love you
think
the
it.
way you are.
People think they're
buddy.
watering me. They're doing all this stuff.
I'm
People
a
think-
tree!
Yeah.
I'm a tree! I like Sudowoodo plenty.
And just great name play, huh?
fantastic.
Just great foreplay.
Pseudo
Yeah.
wood. Pseudo wood.
Whoa. Wow.
Now let's talk about something serious.
Yes.
What do you think about Politoed?
I don't like him.
Really?
Yeah, I don't like him.
Okay.
I think he's...
You think he's worse? You think he's worse than Poliwrath?
Yeah, I do. Look, I think he's
He
cute.
totally is.
Yeah, he is. I don't think he has anything to do with this line. I don't understand it. I think he looks like they just like a green frog. I understand that they're like little what? What are they?
They're frogs.
No, but like what's it called? when their frogs are babies. They're called like
tadpoles?
Tadpoles, that's what it is. I get that they're little tadpoles and they turn into this other thing, but I don't know. It's something that annoys me that it's like, okay, you had me before, where it's like, okay, this little tadpole is gonna turn into this weird boxer.
He's
you
a
know?
boxer frog.
Doesn't look like a frog to me.
He's a frog.
Doesn't look like one.
Because the thing, we'll get to Gen 1 when we get to Gen 1.
Yeah.
But the thing is, you have to be able to perceive where the mouth is.
Yes.
To understand, right? And I was very confused for my whole life.
Yeah.
But the second I was able to see that he's got a
frown over there, you're like, oh, okay.
I kind of like it. And for that reason, I can appreciate Politoed. I think there's something a little bit exciting and different about the way he went. I don't mind that he's green and so like starkly different. I like that he's a special attacking, sort of this genre of Pokemon. You could throw a psychic type on him or whatever, and I think that's fun enough.
I think he's fine. He's not my favorite.
Let me be very clear.
Yeah.
I think he's fine.
Yeah,
but I'm
I love
defending
me
him.
a frog. I always love a little frog.
But you don't like
this
this
is
fella.
not this frog.
You
I don't like this frog.
How about with this little string?
Well, that's it feels like it's insisting upon itself.
Now, let's get into something that I really
Hop hip.
despise.
Hop hip.
I don't want to spend any time. Hey, you know what we should do? We should take a pig, put a couple lettuces on him.
Yeah.
Okay.
Skip him around a
All
bit.
right, but what should he become?
Yeah, let's give him some bangs.
Yeah. Let's make him the frumpy girl at school.
Yeah.
This
Skip Loom.
This screams Digimon gone wrong.
Yeah,
and then
Skip Loom,
this
baby.
is the finale?
Yeah. No, these Pokemon are not good.
This is the finale.
They're not fun. There is something about just the utter joy of Jumpluff that is a little contagious. I love seeing, like, you look in the anime or the movies or whatnot, you just see like 1,000 of them bopping around. And they're like,
I wish I had a submachine gun to kill them all.
No.
I hate this.
No.
I hate this thing. I don't like. So these are his feet or his hands?
I think those are its feet.
These are its feet.
Yeah.
So that means these cotton balls are its arms?
Yeah, I think so.
Gross. Gross.
Yeah, I think it is.
Let's get into something that I don't care about that I know you do.
I do like Apom. I really do like Apom.
I like him fine.
I wish that we've talked about Ambipom before.
Ambipom sucks.
I don't really like where they went with it, but I like Apom so much that I kind of like. I enjoy it.
Ambipom sucks.
Apom is fun. I think
Apom
it's
is
funny.
fun.
It's a little monkey with a hand at the end of
they
it.
made him a big gorilla.
Well, he's not that. Monkeys aren't gorillas. Dumbass.
Yo, that's my bad. Let's get into another bad Pokemon. Can we spend 2 seconds on this?
Sunkern.
Sunkern, is this blackface? I'll come out and ask.
No, it's Yellowface.
What's the difference?
Whatever it is, it's not good.
It's not good, but I do like that this seed becomes this thing.
Yeah.
What did I now? If the kids at
If
home
you've been
were
paying attention,
at
there's
home,
a shape here.
What does this have?
Uh-huh.
The big fupa.
Yeah.
There's something disgusting about the fupa into these things that are probably wet.
You know he's walking around like.
And then he's got the leaf arms. You know he can't be helpful at all.
Yeah.
He's just perpetually trying to lift things.
Oh, wrapping him up with his little.
Disgusting.
Sunflora and Sunkern are not good Pokemon.
I like that special
unfortunately.
attack. I watched a Leroy playthrough where he ran a Sunkern team.
It's kind of cool to see people make it work.
because you
but
can do
it's,
the growth thing
yeah,
or whatever.
but you know it's the same.
Shut
it's
up.
Cool in the way. It's cool in the way seeing someone climb a mountain with no
It's
ropes.
It's
is.
cool,
It's
like
oh.
watching someone solve a Rubik's cube.
Yeah,
It's
you're like,
shut up,
oh, okay. Very interesting that you can do that.
Yanma.
Yanma, I fuck with.
I always respected Yanma, but
I
I
like
could
a
never
Yanma.
find a use for him, could I?
It is insane to think that this didn't have an evolution for so long. Because why would you
Insane
ever?
or insulting?
Why would you ever use it without Yanmega?
That's what I'm saying.
But it is a fun Pokemon. I like that it's a dragonfly, but a little something extra.
I always like how he appears to have a verve for life.
Yeah.
He has a little joy.
He's got
on
a
his
little
face.
zest about
He's got
him,
a little
doesn't
pep
he?
in his step, doesn't he?
Fun. He's fun to have
That's what I
around.
was saying.
No, I do like Yanma.
Yeah.
I like its name too.
Yanma.
Why is it doing that? Why is it
You
called
got any
that?
bits on that?
Yeah, I was hoping. I was teeing you up for something, huh?
I don't have.
I don't know what
Yanma.
Yanma does. You know?
Anyways,
Oh, come on. What is? How ridiculous.
the funniest thing about his sprite, like again, Wooper will be Wooper. He'll forever be Wooper.
Yeah.
Whoopie boy. This is one of the funniest sprites of all time.
Yeah.
Because he has just been told a piece of gossip that he cannot believe. She said, "What?" That's the best part about this sprite.
That
I will not hear anything.
Whooper is great.
Whooper is
I
great.
love that it just that thing could not be called anything besides Whooper.
It
you know?
really is correct.
I've said it before. I think that it's fun when they just make a weird looking thing.
I
you
agree.
know?
I agree. I like Whooper plenty. I like Whooper a lot. I like how he has no arms.
Yeah,
I like the poison. I like the
but I'll
little
tell you, he does
spikes.
have Wi-Fi.
I love Whooper. What do you think about Quagsire though?
Quagsire was never my favorite, but I do I've come to appreciate it being just the epitome of what it is.
Agree.
You know?
Agree.
I can't really imagine why someone would have used it before it got kind of like all the unaware and the abilities and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Water and ground is fun.
It's
you know?
exciting. It's exciting. I think 11 out of 10 times you just pick the Gastrodon.
Yeah,
over
yeah,
him.
yeah.
But I like how his mouth opens real big.
Yeah, he's real fun.
Who do we got next?
Espeon,
Are
and
Are you an Espeon
Mespion?
or Umbreon fella?
I wish That Umbreon had Espeon stats.
Yeah, right?
Has always been my thing.
I'm never. You're gonna lose me with a defensive Pokemon.
Yeah.
But I do like. I like this. I don't like the pink. I don't love the pink. Again, there's something raw flesh about this.
Yeah, no, I understand where you're coming from. I always thought it was really sleek how they gave it the two tails. I always liked that.
To me, this is a prehensile, hemi penis.
No, well, and listen, they call me Hemi.
And I never really liked the chin, the dual ears. That never really worked for me.
I think it's fine. It's not my favorite evolution.
Okay, here's my sweeping thing. I think my favorite evolution design.
Yeah.
You give
is
me
probably Umbreon.
You give me Umbreon 10 times out of. I think there is something so fucking badass about Umbreon.
Umbreon is very cool. There's part of me that wonders if I would like it without the little circles on its legs.
I think the circles are sick.
You think so?
I think the circles
There's
are
part of me
dope
that
as hell.
always gets a little like.
I like how they
There's
glow.
too many bands on this.
I like
thing,
I
but
like how
maybe-
they all glow.
Yeah, maybe that's the point.
I like it.
I do like it. I think it's. I wish that it played differently when you use it. But-
You're never gonna catch me using a defensive Pokemon.
Yeah.
You're never gonna do it.
But it is a fun, good, like cool Pokemon.
Absolutely.
You
absolutely.
ever play Pokemon? What was it? Coliseum Pokemon.
Yeah.
With the thing where you had both of them. I liked that. I thought that was really fun.
I like Umbreon, but I do like Espeon stats better. All right,
Murkrow. Here's my boy.
You've
I
become
like
a champion
Murkrow.
of Murkrow.
I have become a defender of Murkrow. I think Murkrow is really funny. I think it's also like designed in a great way.
Hi.
Hi. No, because you could totally see this kid at the film club, right? He's just a gawky little guy, ain't he?
It reminds me of someone I went to high school.
yeah, just the shape of it, his skinny, his puny little neck.
Like a
"Woo."
like a dorky kind of theater-ish
Yeah,
girl who always has a ridiculous hat on.
Yeah. No, see, this is I like
That's what I'm talking
Murkrow.
about.
I think Murkrow is great. I like that it's shaped like a witch. It's all designed like
It's
that.
genius.
I think it's
It's
fun.
genius. There's something
very
a little
cool.
bit unsettling that this hat never comes off.
Yeah.
There's something that makes me a little sad about that.
I'll tell you, if I could have a hat that never came off, I think I might.
It's true. Anyways.
Double D.
Slow King.
Slow King. Talk about hats that never come off, huh?
Yeah. This to me is so incredibly fun and creative.
I think it's very fun. I like that
think
he's
it's fun
got
and
this
creative.
life preserver wrapped around his neck. It's
How
it's-
ridiculous is that?
Yeah, no.
That he has a king's
Yeah.
fucking little thingy. And look how pompous.
Yes.
Look how pompous with his arms. going. I like how in the am I mistaken, in the anime he speaks
He
English.
speaks English. And if I remember correctly, he's got like a really deep British accent.
Yeah, right?
It's fun when they would do that. When they'd be
Yeah.
like, this Pokemon is so smart it can speak English.
He can speak your tongue.
It can speak your tongue. I do like Slow King. I
Yeah.
think it's also a fun evolution of two dumb brothers and a smart one. I think it's kind of fun. Yeah.
I totally agree.
Yeah, no, he's somebody. Where do you work out? At the library.
I like Slow King a lot.
Yeah, he's fun. He's a very cool Pokemon.
All right, who we got next?
Misdreavus.
Is your little gal. So, like, everybody
Odd.
loves Miss Magius,
Yeah.
whatever. Everybody loves that. Alone, Miss Drevis herself is useless? Completely useless?
Yes. How peculiar. I weirdly don't feel the same way about Murkrow as I do about Misdreavus. Like,
I do.
Misdreavus, I know you do. Mischievous, I feel like I'm like, why? What is this? Why
Right.
is this here?
Yeah.
Murkrow, I'm kind of like, okay, well, yeah, there's some fun thing that comes of that, I guess.
Right.
Maybe it's just because it's so charactery.
Right.
But this was like one of the only, if not the only, ghosts they got in that generation.
Super duper weird.
And it's just so, it feels like a big blob of nothing.
At the time, you couldn't do anything with it, right?
Yeah, you couldn't do anything with it.
So I don't get it.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure.
I think it's cute.
Yeah, it's a cool idea, I guess.
But it
it's
was
like a
so
floating head,
invisible.
I
It
don't-
was so invisible that I was like, I remember being in Gen 3. I was like, when there
yeah.
were 3 generations, I was like, is this Pokemon Gen 2 or Gen 3?
Yeah, no, it's totally,
'Cause, like,
I totally
that's how
an afterthought
invisible
in my
this
head.
thing
I
was.
would never have thought.
All right, we have to go through all 26
Oh,
unknowns.
yeah. Pick your favorite letter. I can't stand this. I think this is so lame.
I think this is the definition of a bit gone wrong.
Yeah.
And the worst thing that you can do when a bit goes wrong is have it keep going on and on and on forever.
It's so
And that's
bad.
what this was.
I can't think of anybody. This honestly feels like my least favorite Pokemon. Like, out of all.
Oh wow, that's
I
a
really
strong. That's a
can't-
strong, but easily. That's a defensible take.
Unknown is such a disappoint. It's like there's just no reason to use it.
And can I just expose again?
Yeah.
I'm open about not being the smartest guy. I can't read unknown. I don't know what letter is what. I
Really
can't
either.
Read, bro.
I mean, if you gave me enough time, I could probably decipher something. But
Sure.
it's not fun. It's like, why do they? and
Gun
they
to my
don't
head.
even-
What letter is this? I don't know what.
I think that's
is.
F.
Is this F?
That's F. Yeah.
That's a terrible F.
It's a terrible looking F. And it's also like they don't even use them anymore as like the language in Pokemon.
no.
Like you don't, right? When I get that maybe they never were, but it's just, I don't know. It learns
There's you
one
go.
move.
There's your hot take. Unknown is
Yeah,
stupid.
unknown. Yeah, there's my hot take. No, I don't.
Oh,
like unknown at all.
and then the last thing, really quick, before we get to something fun, it's really dumb that they're like, "What if we spell unknown without the K, and that'll be the name?" Shut up.
Unknown.
Now,
Wobbuffet.
how do you feel about Wobbuffet?
Wobbuffet is regarding what this thing is. It's not going to get any better than Wobbuffet. I don't know why anybody would use it, but I do think it is a very fun gimmick.
This is so like obviously since people have just stopped watching TV,
Yeah.
like nobody. I mean, I'm sure I know our audience probably
People
watches.
must remember what Wobbuffet was.
That's not even what I'm suggesting.
Yeah.
What I'm suggesting is that there was a period of time where Pokemon
Yeah.
on TV
Yeah.
was like incredibly fucking popular.
Yeah.
Every kid at school, whether they wanted to admit it or not, would at least like see a couple episodes.
Yeah.
And that's not a thing that happens anymore.
No.
So there's a part of me that wonders after we've made our 100th video of shitting on Pokemon.
Yeah.
As a society, have we completely lost the art of anime taking a pretty weird niche Pokemon and
Yeah.
making it lovable?
Yeah, I don't know.
Because this is the
yeah, he's
standard
the epitome of that.
for that.
Yeah.
Wobbuffet is so fucking funny.
Yeah.
You can hear it. You can
Yeah.
hear him scream.
Yeah.
Wobbuffet.
It is as tied to the anime as Pikachu is. Like it is so and I also
funny.
think it is the game designers having fun
Yeah.
with the mechanics, right? It's like, okay, here's a Pokemon, it's just a fucking punching bag.
That's all it is.
And you hit it and it hits back.
If you
and
don't-
you can do with that as you will. You know, it's gonna learn 2 moves.
It's gonna learn 2 moves. It's
Yeah.
gonna do this really weird niche gimmick, and it's gonna. When I know that you're not gonna use it, so we're gonna. The one thing we're gonna do is we're gonna make him really fucking funny in the
Yeah,
anime.
yeah.
And you're gonna have to figure out how you feel about that.
Yeah, no.
It is Wobbuffet.
Wobbuffet is so
perfectly done. Less as a Pokemon, more as a writer.
Yeah.
I think Wobbuffet is awesome.
It's something of a hero's tale.
Yes.
Yeah, he's got a hero's journey.
Absolutely.
Girafarig.
Girafarig? Can I? All right. So I've been sitting on this take for a while.
Yeah.
I prefer Girafarig to Farigiraf.
You think so?
I do.
I feel like maybe you just have, you're so used to looking at it like that. Because I think this thing, I look at him now and I'm like, he needs a little helmet on his head.
I think Girafarig is super duper fun.
Yeah.
And I think that there was like an allure to him in the original games.
Yeah.
That I think, although Farigiraf is undoubtedly better. If you
Yeah.
said you have to like build a team, you're gonna fight. Obviously, I pick Farigiraf over Girafarig.
Yeah.
I like me some Giraffe-a-rig.
I think Giraffe-a-rig
I think
is
he's cute as a
cool
button.
in that there's something a little frightening about having this weird
This
tail.
weird half, you know, this
Yeah.
weird cat dog
This
situation.
cat dog situation. Yeah, exactly. The fact that its little face on its little poodle tail or whatever is like it's not evil or like happy.
It's kind
just-
of menacing.
It's just teeth. It's just blank eyes and teeth. And there's
Yeah.
something. Honestly, it's the scariest thing they could have done. I do like Giraffe-a-rig. I think it's a great genius idea. I
like
think it's a very fun.
I like me some Giraffe-a-rig.
Yeah.
And I do like Frigoraph. But
Yeah.
I like Giraffe-a-rig.
Giraffe-a-rig is.
looking at
I
right
can.
now.
I won't fault you for it.
Hey, we're cutting in right now because we got too far. But don't worry,
But
next
you
week,
like that.
Wednesday 9 a.m. You can watch that next time. It was too long for me to edit, so sorry.
Sorry.
But hey, if you made it this far in the video, please leave a like and subscribe if you haven't already. If you're listening on any of the audio apps, please leave a 5-star review. If you don't leave a 5-star review, leave a 4-star review. If you don't leave a 4-star review, is this really how you want to start off all 2025? I'm going to say the same thing next week. But what you do is you can join our Discord for absolutely free and chit-chat with all the community that there is there. Or you can turn that notification bell on YouTube and leave a comment. I reply to every single comment. You can check my work. But if you want to say, hey, man, fuck all that, I just want to give you money, what do they do?
You can become a bell of the ball for $5 a month.
It's damn near free.
You can get early access to all of our videos the second they're done and uploaded. You can watch them, and there's a couple of secret ones on there for you too, just in case you didn't know. And for $5 a month, twice a month, you can talk to us on our VIP Discord channel on I don't know, every other week. And maybe you don't want to do that. In which case, go to the description below and click that little link. You can get yourself some merch. Get something with our face on it. Don't you want a little thong with our faces on it? Maybe you'd like that.
We got to sell those.
Yeah.
It's true. It's really good stuff. You should do it. You got anything else to say?
I got nothing else to say.
All right, guys. See you next week. Bye.
Bye.